4th of December, I thought I'll just nip on and say hello to everybody. As you can see, my hair's gone red. It looked terrible the other day and I thought, shall I let it go grey? But it's not a nice grey, if you know what I mean. With having dark hair, I've always had dark auburny coloured hair. The grey was not a particularly nice grey. I wished it'd go very white, if you know what I mean. But and I didn't feel as though it suited me, so I thought, right, get a colour on it. And I saw this, it said burgundy red. Anyway, my hands are still quite red because of course I didn't put the gloves on. I never follow the instructions, as I call them. I just threw it on. And then the next thing I knew, I was sat in the waiting room at the doctor's. I rang my own doctors up this morning because I've had an ear infection, and they couldn't get me in, but they could get me in at the village next to this town. So I nipped up to there and they saw me. I've got an ear infection. Come back to your town, go and pick your prescription up, and so that's what I did. Oh, we've had no notification. He said to me, you know, as soon as you get home to your town, which is like 10 minutes away, your prescription will be ready. I've sent it over to them, you know, as urgent. So they dared nothing about it. So I said, well, you know, we'll come home and wait for you to text to let us know when it's ready. No text at all. So I rang the doctors up at the village that I went to, which I've never done before, never been there before. It's a new scheme apparently. And no, it hadn't been sent. But she couldn't do anything about it because she wasn't able to by law. It has to be done by my surgery, honestly. If you're not ill when you start in the system, you are by the time you've done. So, comes home, rings up my doctors. You've got to remember that I've been on the phone 3 times by now, once for my first appointment, then to follow it up, and now I'm ringing my own surgery again. And no, they'd not sent it through. So they've had to get in touch with the other doctors, and hopefully by late afternoon, that's almost losing a day of antibiotic drops for my ear, it should be ready. You know, so that's my little rant. You know, when you've got earache, it's the last thing you need to be travelling and then having all the performance that I've had. But anyway, that's me having a little moan, and I shouldn't moan really, should I? But I've just got to get it off my chest. Well, what have I been doing? I've been pottering about in the garden because it's quite nice out there. I've been doing a bit of housework because of course I can't go out all the time, and I've been sorting out some of the things that I've been getting from the charity shops. It's an ongoing thing, isn't it, life? But you have to try and keep yourself up, and certainly this morning it was a little bit of a trial, but I've come home, I've made myself an Earl Grey with milk in, like I always say. I've had a bacon and egg sandwich, which always hits the spot, because I do like my food. As you can see, I'm not slim. Kettle's back on. I've got my drink at side of me. My smalls are drying in front of the fire. I won't turn you around to have a look because it's, you know, I don't want to show off, really. The state of some of those are older than my grandchildren, some of that underwear, but we won't go there, will we? Where was I? Yeah. So that's my washing, drying. Just the mundane things today, I'm afraid. But my hair is sort of red at the front and a little bit dark at the back. Obviously I've just whacked it on, you know, as willy-nilly as you like. That's me in general. I like to get loads of things done, but nothing that I get done is very pristine. But you can't get hung for trying, can you? I don't think. Sun's out, so that's better. Him indoors has just gone out to cut some wood, so he noticed that my son's next door neighbour had got a tree that they'd took down. So she says, I've been looking out for you. So that's that. I've got a dining room tabletop, a pine one, at the side of the house. He doesn't know whether he's going to put it in his shed or not. I've got exterior door that's got half the glass missing at the top of the garden. That's my fault. It's an Art Deco one, and it's got an Art Deco letterbox on, and it's got half the leaded coloured glass in. So in darkness last night, he wandered up the road and picked it up. It had been out for somebody to take, and he was going to cut it up for firewood. And I said, you know, could you do something with it so we can keep it? So he thinks he's going to put it on like a wood store that he's got. So, I mean, it's my fault, really. I complain that I've got all this wood and what have you outside, but we do burn wood. So obviously the pine, that's got to go and dry out somewhere before we can burn it. But you know, it's no good complaining, is it? I don't know whether anybody else is a bit like me. I want things doing yesterday, and that's what I can be like. I want things, but then when they appear everywhere, it does drive me mad. But it's just one of those things, and I'm having a real moan today, aren't I? But you know, you've just got to get things off of your chest. I'm looking how blue my glasses look on this. I didn't realise how blue they were, but still, never mind. I've got my knobbly jumper on because I'm pottering about outside. So that's about it, really. I've been looking at I've been very busy, but I've just been looking at some of the magazines that I got. The Country Sampler one. Oh, it's lovely. Some of the things in there. You know, I see somebody's houses and they're like minimalist, and I think to myself, oh, I'd love to be like that. And in the past, I have virtually emptied a lot of my stuff, got rid of a load of stuff, wished I hadn't have done, but it always creeps back. If there's a shelf, I have to fill it. That's my mentality. But when people say, oh, if they come in and say, oh, haven't you got a lot of stuff, or oh, it's nice and homely, you think, oh, is that like a pseudonym for it's a bit of a mess? I don't know. But there comes a time in your life that you've just got to do what you've got to do, and you know, you get past caring, really. If you're happy to come home and you feel happy enough with everything, then I say just do it, you know. But yeah, this Country Sampler that I got for 20p yesterday, oh, it's got some lovely homes in it. You know, look at these things, just fantastic. I love it all, I really do. I don't really look at these. I don't really follow fashion, as you can tell, but I absolutely love some of the things in here. Look at that. That lovely, really neat. It gives you some ideas of what you can do. And that is a ironing board that's a pair of steps as well. So I thought that's a good idea, isn't it? Lots and lots of ideas. So that feeds your mind, doesn't it? I've just been into the greenhouse and had a look at the bulbs. They seem all right. The hyacinths, I'm not bringing them in yet because I don't want them to flower too early. The Christmas cacti that I've got in the living room, they're about over now, but they've done well. They've done well, so that'll be a nice thing to have. I've got all my, as you saw the other day, the cones with the essential oils on, so that's made me feel better. But I shall feel better when I start my antibiotic drops. But I hope I haven't moaned too much. Right, I better crack on. Lots of love, everyone. Bye.